Well, if you haven't noticed, a lot of my segments are based on mobility with computers, whether it be getting an internet connection where you normally don't, or getting power from devices that you really shouldn't. Today, it's going to be about conserving power. If you've been on the IRC or the forums, I'm sure you've heard me bitching and complaining about my new laptop that I got. I get about an hour on the battery life, if that, when it's straight out of the box, just their configuration. So there's some little tips and tweaks that we can do to try and stretch a little bit of extra power out of that battery. I'm sure you know one of the things you can do it would be to turn off the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth if you don't need it. Another thing would be to dim the screen. Set the hard drive to spin down after a while, that helps. Any external fans, like I use this laptop cooler because my laptop runs hot. Turning off any extra fans if you don't need it, that helps too. But today I'm going to show you a program that's really made a huge difference. It's called Notebook Hardware Control. It's great. Go download it. I'll have links in the show notes. If I get around to it, I'll put a link up on the screen somewhere. If we jump over to the laptop, you can see some of the things. Like in the status window, it shows you the CPU clock speed, the load that it's running at, the voltage, the speed. This is designed for Intel CPUs. It's not really designed for AMD yet. They're working on it. It's still in beta. I have an AMD CPU, an AMD Tarion, so not all the functions work properly for my computer. So if you got an Intel, try it out. Tell us some differences you noticed. Post on the forums, whatnot. But like I said, my laptop runs hot, and all the software that I've tried for hardware monitoring just doesn't work. This is the only thing that I've found so far, right out of the box. No settings need to be set. It tells me exactly how hot my CPU is running, the hard drive temperature, basically all the statistics you need and everything. If you click let's see. If you have the professional version, you can set different profiles. What I like down here, it's got a little battery bar information, tells you how much of your battery's left, and if I unplug the adapter, now we've got this icon here. It tells us the percentage that's left, and after a while, after it figures out what the hell it's doing, it actually gives you an estimate of the amount of time that's left. If you right-click on the icon down there in the taskbar, you can click on Max Performance, which when you're plugged in, you're going to want, that'll make your processor run at its full speed or whatnot. Or you go down to Max Battery. I've gotten an extra hour out of my CPU just by doing that. Basically, it slows down the CPU frequency. I think it sets it down to around 700 or 900 megahertz on mine. I'm not sure. You can go to battery optimized, or there's dynamic switching, which basically it'll drop it down to the lowest speed, and as it detects you need more processor, it'll speed up. If you're out scanning for Wi-Fi or whatever you're doing, there's a good chance you don't need your full CPU. I mean, whatever. Another thing it has, like I said, if you have an Intel CPU, you can set the actual core voltage. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, having a bad day today. You can set the core voltage. It'll do a brief test to see if the voltage is too low. If it doesn't run correctly, it'll correct it before the system crashes. If the system does crash, just reboot it. I wouldn't recommend this for total noobs. I mean, if you set your voltage too high, you're going to fry out your CPU. It's a thing best tried if you're still under warranty. And don't admit that you're fucking with the shit. But I'm sure that'll get you even more life off of your battery. Really don't know what else to cover on this program. I mean, it's something you'll have to download, try, play around with it yourself. And hopefully it extends the life of your battery, because if you're like me and you're only getting an hour on the battery, you can't do shit. I mean, you go for a war drive, you're halfway out there and your battery's dead already. So give it a try. Check the show notes for more information, or post any comments, or you can reach me on IRC. As you know, the server's irc.bsodirc.org, or they check the show notes on the website, bsodtv.org. And hope this helps.